Macro news, then, the number of Americans filing new applications for unemployment benefits has moderately increased last week, suggesting to steadily easing labor market conditions for the final stretch of 2024. The initial claims for state unemployment benefits rose 9,000 to a seasonally adjusted 224,000 for the week ended November 30th.
Remember, other than the jobless claims data, you also had the trade data that was expected from the US, and the US trade gap has narrowed more than expected in October as imports slipped more than exports, which indeed is a positive sign for the US economy. Now, overall in October, the US trade gap was down 11.9% to $73.8 billion from a revised level of $83.8 billion in September. Exports also dipped by $4.3 billion, and remember, trade imbalances in the world's biggest economy are anticipated to become a focal point of President-elect Donald Trump's second term in the administration.
Alright, then moving on, in other news, you do have Morgan Stanley that has revised India's GDP growth forecast for financial year 25 to 6.3%, down from the previously expected 6.7%. Now, this slowdown is going to be led by weaker private consumption as well as capital expenditure, which is partly offset by a resilient services sector. Although despite the dip, Morgan Stanley still maintains optimism for recovery in the latter half of the financial year 25, now expecting growth to average 6.6%, fueled by government spending as well as improved rural demand and easing financial conditions, and that is something that Morgan Stanley then is looking at.
Alright, that's the outlook coming in from Morgan Stanley on India's GDP going ahead. But on that note, time for a short breather on this edition of Market Cafe. When we return, we'll take a look at how the Asian markets are panning right now, so you stay tuned.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.